Well, this is my kind of Diwali. I have nothing against the celebration, but outside they're crazily using crackers and burning them and creating unnecessary noise and obviously air pollution. Then they also question why winters don't feel like winters, why summers don't feel like summer, why monsoons don't feel like monsoons, etc. etc. So I have been reading the Signal documentation and trying to build an encryption messaging chat. So this is my Diwali. It's my kind of. I used to burn crackers a lot, but that was like when I was 15. That version of me doesn't exist anymore. So yeah, I've been like quiet at place, doing things that I love. That's it. Use okay, then const jwt no, this is a mistake. Secret not now. We are not putting any tokens at the moment. I don't understand how this thing works. So let's go to the beginning. Let's minimize this one. So this is the XEDSA and VXEDSA specification scheme. Building something around that only, but let's see how it goes. I have high hopes for myself, like always. Oh no, it's not one fig, dude, it's one fig. Token. Now we are entering the token because of MongoDB. Mongoose dot model token. sleepy. I haven't slept like even for once last night. But tonight I'm gonna sleep, and this is gonna be definitely a very good one, very deep sleep. I haven't slept like it's 24 hours. I'm up. Drank three bloody cans of this thing. This is hell. Two Red Bulls. Excuse me for a second. Alright, we are back. I had a little of this thing, so, well, who gives a fuck? I'm gonna sleep anyways. I hope everyone understands the difference between public key and private key. If people have gone through the cryptocurrency wave, they definitely know what is a private key and what is a public key. So yeah, it is defined for x25519 and x448 elliptic curve Diffie-Hellman function. We'll see what's the reference. So we refer to this as the XDESA signature scheme, or XCD25519, or XCD448 for specific curves. This documentation is a bit advanced, so I'm gonna also take some help. Let's go to Gemini. Actually, Gemini is very good at explaining stuff. I'm not saying ChatGPT is bad. ChatGPT is a good companion, could be a good friend, a good therapist. If you want to seek some information, summarize this documentation for me. Let it do a thing. Let me write. Okay, where was I? Console log. And then just give it a token pair. I think I'm audible, like, clearly. If not, just type in the chat. And excuse my throat, actually. This is all because of my smoking habit, most probably. So yeah. What is Gemini saying? This documentation describes the key conversation, since ECDH is often done on Montgomery curves using a Diffie-Hellman DS. Okay, convert Monte. So you get a public key and a private key, just like how you used to use your MetaMask wallet. it always had a private key and a public key, so user is able to await generate tokens. Dot email dot ID. Console dot log. We'll put the user here. I always mix up this function key because of my habit to use the German keyboard, where the control was in the extreme left, where I have this function key on my new work laptop. Thanks to my boss, kind guy, lets me experiment with things. Console.log token. No, but I think I have to put user on caps. This is the control key shift. Okay, next is console.log user. Why am I forgetting to put the FS story? Where my mind is. Crackers? No, not at all. Somewhere where it shouldn't be actually. Technically, I shouldn't be thinking about the stuff. My mind goes. Two empty vessels. Two empty vessels. Console.log. Again, we're gonna put this time in lowercase. Then again, user token console. Good code is always documentation with clear comments and your explanation why are you applying a certain piece, a certain line of code to solve a problem. What am I doing here is restart status. No, it's with JSON. JSON. Excuse my silly mistakes because I told you I haven't slept for like 24 hours. I'm so much in love with code now that even now, like after not sleeping for 24 hours, I'm thinking of getting myself another can of energy drink or something like that, and then blast out. Coffee, I do have coffee as well sometimes, but energy drinks work more well. But then it won't help my tummy to get fancy compressed because it's all sugary drink. It's a sugary drink with what's the main ingredient in a energy drink? Definitely caffeine. Let's see what are the ingredients in a energy drink. A lot of caffeine, sugar, artificial sweeteners, and B vitamin. Some use what? Herbal extracts like ginseng? Oh god. Since when? Alright, we have NIH's research on the dark side of energy drinks. A comprehensive nutrition defines energy as okay. Typically contains caffeine, with or without or other added ingredients, added sugars, other additives, and legal stimulants such as guarana, taurine, and L-carnitine. I knew about taurine, I knew about caffeine, but guarana, and I also I think Monster. This drink Monster comes with L-carnite, L-carnitine, L-carnitine. Yeah. So I've heard of these, but this thing, this guarana, what the fuck is guarana? Let's search guarana. What is guarana? Okay, it's a plant which is found in Brazil, and it also have health benefits, but they're killing the health benefits as it's a natural stimulant, just like caffeine. It's very high. The seeds can contain a very high amount of caffeine, providing a natural stimulant to boost energy, alertness, and physical performance. I used to use modafinil a lot earlier. Like I had this micro phase of biohacking. So just to see how I am while coding on modafinil and when on not. Obviously, there was a difference because there's a pill that you're taking. It's meant for narcolepsy patients who who just can't be awake during the morning. It is fine until you realize that that particular pill is addictive. It's very much addictive, and not Ritalin or Adderall. It is close to it, although it's just my belief. I mean, people have their own opinions on whatever, but there's a danger of what we'll eat. once I finish writing this part of the code, JSON status. Making some mistake here. Shouldn't be in square brackets. Should be left like this. And through the documentation, after the cache UID, you have to put a token pair again. Now you can. Now we have to put something in the square brackets, and that is refreshing the UUID. Close. This much, this part I can just copy paste from the documentation itself, just to save time and save errors, where I can already it is available to use on in the documentation. And if you don't know where it is on GitHub, obviously. Energy drink, Red Bull, Monster, taurine, adverse effects, arrhythmia, death. Yeah, I have heard a couple of cases where a person had a Red Bull overdose because the guy drank around like 9 or 10 cans in a day, and yeah, he suffered from, I think, stroke or heart attack, something like that. Only like related to art. Have anyone heard of matrix.org? It is something like TrueNAS. You can make your own account and run your server. This also for like instant messaging, but I was just going through a video on YouTube. That's where I saw this, and encryption is encryption. I don't know what's different. Yeah, there are definitely different types of encryptions, but we are focusing more on the XCDSA and VXCDSA signature schemes by Signal, the far most best option for end-to-end chat encryption. It's there. I can't see. Sometimes you have to also reload the window. Okay, and then we in the controllers itself. I have to also type chat controller.js. We'll finish this project no matter what, step by step. If I have to like wake up after 4 hours or 5 hours of sleep, which I don't think so is possible because I haven't. It's like I'm prior to this tonight. I had no sleep, so maybe I'll sleep a lot, like 8-9 hours or something like that. But I'll try to make it like 4 to 5 hours so that I can come up and work on my passion again. We're using node mailer for the database to structure all our chats and stuff. Like node mailer is, I think, according to the industry standard, it is, and the tech stack that we are using because of that. I really want to drink another can of Red Bull. Like I really want that, but my mom dad will go crazy now if I order another one. They'll be like, just go to sleep. You can do this tomorrow as well. But I just want to, keep tinkering. I don't know why. But well, well. This is a well moment. Don't add new features, man. It's already too much to handle. Something happened and we to install a feature. I don't even want you to install any feature anymore. Curve is converted by the curve 25519 elliptical curve specified in reference number 4 can be used with XCDSA and VXCDDSA giving XCD 25519 and 25519. This curve defines the following parameters. Alright, so if b is convert 1 to 9, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, 2 is to 2555 minus 19. This you have to calculate. See, this is where cryptography gets interesting because of very complex mathematics behind it. And in maths, I have always been a sucker. I mean, maths is just not a subject for me. It's just like tense and tense. Okay. Did anyone again notice that my wardrobe is still open? Const GWT require JSON. I'm hating all these crackers that they're burning outside. The noise is making me go nuts. I mean, what the fuck do you even get by burning so much? Alright, now the same kind of accusation can come to me as well that I smoke. What difference am I making? Okay, fine, I am also polluting, but the ratio of, well, I have to go for dinner now. My dad just called. So let's just pause it, and I'll be back in a while.